So you guys know the basic storyline of every Rocky movie is that the person on top, the reigning heavyweight champion, whether it's Apollo or Rocky or Ivan Drago, every single one of them through all the different Rocky movies, um, every single one of them works hard to get to the top. They do whatever it takes. They train night and day. They drink eggs and go for 5 mile runs in the snow, and then they win. They win the title, and what do? They pull back on the throttles. They take their foot off the gas, and they start taking it easy in life. And lo and behold, they lose the title, right? And then they spend the rest of the movie in a training montage to come back and win it back at the end. And this is like a storyline that will never get old. It will always resonate with us. I will always watch every new Rocky and Creed movie that they put out. They're all great because this is a storyline that resonates with humans. We know the ups and the downs, that life is a struggle, that nobody stays at the top, and that hard work can get you up from the bottom, right? So a lot of powerful themes there, but what I want to talk about is how this relates to your marriage. So it's kind of like when you start dating, you are training hard, right? That is when you are dialing it in, you're crushing it, you're doing everything you can think of. You're getting your car washed, waxed. And I remember I used to wax my car before I would go pick up Carrie. I haven't waxed a car, in a long time. We'll say that it's been well over 20 years since I waxed a car. But I would get it detailed inside and out. On my way to go pick her up, like right before I would get to her house, I would stop at the last gas station before her house and pick up like one of her favorite drinks, so it would still be cold when she would get in the car with me. A cold drink that she loved would be sitting there. It was like everything was perfect. You planned the restaurant, you planned the activity, what you were going to go do. You even planned out some topics to talk about. You thought of questions to ask before you got there. This is all smart stuff to do. And, you looked nice. You wore a good shirt. You probably combed your hair, and it worked. It worked for you. You got her. She married you. That means whatever you did worked. Whatever you did, it worked if you're married because it got her to marry you. And then, like Rocky Balboa in Rocky 3, you stopped training, right? And you were just kicking your feet back and enjoying being the champ. Meanwhile, there are Mr. T's out there in the world. There are Clubber Langs out there that are still training, right? And that's the way the world is. If you take your foot off the gas as a husband, you're going to start losing. There's no middle ground. Your marriage is either improving or it's worsening. It's not remaining the same. If you think it's remaining the same, if you think it's just remaining neutral, then it's worsening and you're oblivious to it. We've got to continue pursuing our wife even after marriage. Doesn't matter how long you've been married, never stop pursuing your wife. It's the pursuit of her that got you where you are. So never stop doing it. She fell for the man who pursued her. Why would you stop the thing that worked? If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? don't change what got you where you are. But we all do this. We get complacent like Rocky, and we just lose a little bit of ourself. We lose that drive. And you know what? Sometimes it takes getting our butt kicked and getting knocked down to give us that wake up call that says, "Oh yeah, you better start training again like you did when you were dating." Men are made to pursue. We love the pursuit. We are made to be hunters, and we love chasing after something. And when we get it, we often don't know what to do with it. Sometimes there's like this letdown because it's like now the chase is over. So this is why people get bored and depressed in their marriage and they start looking for more excitement elsewhere and have affairs. The key is never stop pursuing. So you can't just kick your feet back and coast and think that your marriage is going to stay great just because she said I do. It's going to go south fast if you stop pursuing. So, what does that look like? How do you do that? Well, pursuit in marriage, it's the little things that matter. The little things in marriage are the big things. So, here's what that looks like. Here's what that means. It looks like still asking her on a date. Don't take it for granted that she's going on a date with you. Ask her out. Ask her on a date. And don't just say, "Hey, do you want to go out sometime? Hey, we should really go out." Yeah, we should. Plan it. Schedule it. Put it on the calendar. Put it on your calendar because things that go on your calendar are things that are important and they're things that you do and follow through on. So get cleaned up. Ask her on a date. Make a reservation. Wash your car. I'm guilty of this. I need to wash my truck wheels. They're pretty bad. I've got to keep my game up. One of the things that we can do are the little things around the house, like bringing her a cup of coffee, making her her favorite drink, asking her if there's anything you can do for her, asking her what she needs, asking her, this is a scary question, how she feels the marriage is doing. If you're scared to ask her that question, and I know because I've been scared to ask that before, that means right there you know it's not great. So if you don't even want to ask her how she feels the marriage is doing, that's a sign right there that you need to step up your game. Guys, women all want to be pursued. You know, John Eldridge writes, and I agree with him, that deep in the heart of every woman is the question, am I worth pursuing? And if you answer that question for a woman by pursuing her, she knows that she's worth pursuit. That resonates deep within her heart. Every woman needs to be pursued. And this is not a desire that goes away when you say I do. So it's what her soul needs, and it's what's going to keep you on your game, and it's what's going to keep you as the champ, keep you from getting knocked down on the mat. I need a constant reminder of this. I figure you do too. We make the mistake of backing off of what got us married in the first place whenever we start to get tired, whenever we start to get stressed, whenever there's too much on our plate, whenever work wears us out and we come home and we're just tired. We don't have the energy left to pursue. This is why most men stop pursuing. It's not because they don't love her. It's not because they don't want to. It's just they don't have the strength or the energy because the world is beating us down. Well, here's how you fix that. You stop saying yes to everything that your boss wants you to do. because you must conserve energy and strength and time and resources to pursue your wife, because that's your most important job. She's going to be there long after you've retired. So don't allow yourself, if you're saying, man, I'm worn out, I'm tired, I don't have any, strength left in me or hours in the day to pursue, well, then that's your fault for getting yourself in that position. So start creating boundaries in your life where you don't work so many hours. And this means choosing to disappoint a boss or a client because you tell them, I'm not going to work past this time. I'm taking my wife out on a date. I've got dinner plans, or I've got to go. I can't finish this today. I'll finish it tomorrow. I'm calling it quits for the day, because that's what it looks like when you create boundaries and you have the strength and energy when you come home to pursue your wife. That's what it takes to have a good marriage. That's who you choose to cheat. You choose to cheat your job, not your wife. All right, men, keep pursuing her.